Hi Gemini, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking a deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Geminins, it's a rather quiet month. I think this also is one, of course, we have the virus that has taken everybody by surprise and the devastation that it is causing globally. Astrologically, of course, we're looking at Uranus, that is the planet of havoc and unpredictability. It's a wild boy of astrology. So he, of course, is at play. And along with it, of course, is Pluto, which is considered far more potent than even Saturn is. And Pluto tends to dig deep onto the things that we do not want to deal with. It does not. We do not want to. They can be, age-old things. They can be. It sort of always almost brings about a denial. That we're in a state of denial before Pluto comes and sort of forces us to look at things which we are trying to escape from. And Uranus, because it is, the sheer dynamism of what Uranus is. I mean, it moves so swiftly, and it moves so suddenly and unpredictably that you never know in which direction. It's uh, very hard to predict a Uranian energy, and both of them are pretty much at play till about 20. But during that time, of course, it's a time not to create panic. It's not a time to sort of point fingers, but it's a time to stay wise, humane, stay kind, stay patient, stay safe, be practical about it. Try not to sort of get on with all the WhatsApp groups and say that, oh, this is, a new cure of drinking 2 liters of hot water. I don't know who sent it to me the other day that please drink 2 liters of hot water. It's like, all right. But that aside, April is a quiet month before we have a Venus and a Mercury. Yes, I think Mercury is perpetually seems to be in retrograde. That's what I just recently saw a meme and found it quite funny. That is in May and June. That's the time when both the planets are going retrograde. However, this is a month of contemplation. It's a month of being grateful. It's a month of, I think, looking at things for what they are, rather than adding too much onto it. So on the 4th, we have Venus, and she's there in your house of, in your own house, Geminians, and I think you're nearing, in any case, your birthday time. So it's a wonderful time to be pampering yourself, taking care of yourself, read all those books that you've been meaning to read, indulge yourself. And by indulging, I'm not saying that go overboard and, eat a lot and put on kilos and kilos. By that, I mean that indulge yourself, wake up a little later, maybe half an hour later. Go for that, maybe that music. Now you can, I guess, just do, at least for the 2 months, do an online class. I'm not going to recommend that you go out and you go and take music classes, but it's a wonderful time to be enrolling yourself for something that you wanted to do for the longest of time. Venus will also bring about an opportunity for you to be putting your wishes and your dreams in a sort of a checklist. So, how it is that you want to grow your money, more ways as to how it is that you see that you can grow your money. On the 8th, we have a full moon, and that is there in your house of creativity and children. And this also speaks about self employment, Geminians. It speaks about maybe a lot of you will be quite. You would be quite clear that you want to work for yourself. You could have sort of reached this decision and saying that I don't think that I can be working or even generating the kind of money that I can for myself than I would if I were to be working for someone else. So I think that's great. It's also because this entire energy is the healing energy. Do something with your hands, maybe pottery, knitting, painting, cooking. There's just so many things that you can do. On the 12th, we have Mercury that joins Sun and it moves into your house of groups of activities. So it's a great time to be networking virtually. It's a great time to be reaching out to people. Maybe you could be joining an online community. Maybe you could be participating in a thesis or in a paper online again. And I think you could be seeking a wider group of people who are in alignment to your own goals. So I think with Sun and Mercury being over here, you could also be speaking a lot about this. Maybe some of you will start your own podcast. Some of you could, start your YouTube channel, and you could, start helping or inspiring other people. On the 20th, we have Sun that moves into your house of behind the scenes. And on the 23rd, we have a new moon that is also there in your house of behind the scenes. So now this entire energy is about, because this house is, it's a house of spirituality. It's a house where we go and recharge our batteries. It's a house also of family skeletons. So I think some of you could be dealing with, literally, you could be dragging the past out and wanting to inspect it and be angry with it. I think for some of you, you could just be looking at your past and, connecting the dots to the present and saying that sense of realization that, oh, I know now from where, this is stemming from. But I think it's really a great time, Geminis, it's a good time to be letting go of old karma. Don't hang on to things which they were how they were when you were young. So it was unfortunate. If something happened, you didn't like it. Raw deal in life. Yes, I know it shouldn't happen, but it did. And you moved on in the sense that maybe not emotionally, but yeah, we all get older. We move on another day. And it's really a time for you to be letting go of that bitterness or letting go of that regret or that sense of why didn't this happen for me, or why couldn't my parents have done this for me, or why did I get that opportunity, or why is it that I'm the one who's responsible for everything, and why is it that I'm having to do things. I think just let go of that bit and do whatever it is you can to the best of your ability without being very frustrated about it. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Geminians. Stay safe, and I'll see you again next month. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.